My father's phone rang yesterday. 6 months after we buried him. I almost didn't answer. The number was his. The one we disconnected. The one that shouldn't work anymore. But my finger hit accept before my brain could stop it. And I heard his voice. My name is Marcus Mitchell. I'm 53 years old. And 3 days ago, I discovered my father didn't die the way they told me he did. Let me start at the beginning. 6 months ago. March 15th. I got the call every son dreads. My father, Robert Mitchell, age 79, had a heart attack in his sleep. Painless. Peaceful. The doctor said he wouldn't have felt a thing. We had a small funeral. Cremated him like he wanted. Scattered his ashes in the garden he loved. I cleaned out his house. Donated his clothes. Kept a few photos. His war medals. Normal grief. Normal mourning. Moving forward. Except 3 days ago, his phone rang. And when I answered, I heard a recording. His voice. Clear. Recent. Not some old voicemail I'd forgotten. The message said, "If you're hearing this, they found me. Don't trust the coroner's report. The heart attack was staged. I have proof. It's hidden where we used to go. You'll know where. I'm sorry, son. I'm so sorry. I tried to protect you. But if this message reached you, it means I failed. Be careful who you trust. Especially Dr. Richard Foster. He's not what he seems." Then the line went dead. The recording vanished. When I tried to play it again, it was gone. Like it never existed. Dr. Richard Foster. My father's doctor for 15 years. The man who pronounced him gone. The man who signed his certificate. The man I've known since I was in my 30s. I sat there. In my house. Holding a phone that shouldn't work. Having heard a message that shouldn't exist. From a man who's been gone for 6 months. 2 options. I'm losing my mind. Or my father's final message just told me he was eliminated. I choose to believe option 2. Because if I'm crazy, at least I'll find out for sure. But if I'm right, and I do nothing, whoever ended him gets away with it. The recording mentioned a place we used to go. Somewhere I'd know. I run through memories. Trying to think. Where did Dad and I go that was special? Private? A place he'd hide something? Then it hits me. The lake house. My grandparents' old cabin on Morrison Lake. We spent every summer there when I was a boy. After they passed, Dad kept it. Said he couldn't let it go. Too many memories. We'd visit twice a year. Just us. No one else even knew about it anymore. If he had proof somewhere, it would be there. I grabbed my keys. It's a 3-hour drive. I should wait until morning. Should think this through. Should maybe call someone. But who? The police? And tell them what? My gone father left me a voicemail accusing his doctor of staging his ending. They'd think I'm unraveling. I drive through the night. Radio off. Windows down. Trying to stay awake. Trying to make sense of this. If Dr. Foster ended my father, why? What could he possibly know that was worth ending him over? Dad was an accountant. Worked for a small firm his whole career. Quiet life. No enemies. No drama. The most exciting thing he did was join a veterans group last year. This doesn't make sense. Unless his accounting work uncovered something. Money laundering. Embezzlement. Fraud. Something someone needed buried. Along with anyone who knew about it. I reached the lake house at 4 a.m. It's dark. Isolated. Exactly as I remember. The key is still under the third rock from the left on the front path. Some things never change. Inside smells like dust and memories. I flip on the lights. Everything's the same. Dad's recliner by the window. The kitchen table where we played checkers. Photos on the mantle of me as a boy, gap-toothed and sun-kissed. I start searching. Bedroom. Kitchen. Living room. Looking for anything hidden. Any sign of what he left me. Hours pass. Nothing. I'm starting to think I imagined the whole thing. The stress. The grief. Playing tricks. Then I remember. The floorboard in his bedroom. Loose plank near the closet. I'd step on it as a kid and it would creak. He always said he'd fix it. Never did. I pull up the plank. And there it is. A manila envelope. Sealed. My name written on it in his handwriting. Inside, documents. Financial records. Bank statements. Offshore accounts. And names. So many names. People I recognize. Local politicians. Business owners. And right there at the top, Dr. Richard Foster. Medical director at Morrison General Hospital. The records show money. Millions of dollars. Moving through shell companies. Funneled from the hospital. Medicare fraud. Billing for procedures that never happened. Patients who didn't exist. A massive scheme. And my father's accounting firm was handling the books. He found it. He documented it. He was going to report it. And they ended him before he could. There's more. A USB drive. I plug it into my laptop. Video files. Recordings. My father documenting everything. Explaining the scheme. Naming names. Building a case. The last video is dated March 14th. The day before he supposedly had a heart attack. In the video, he looks scared. Exhausted. He says, "I'm uploading this to a secure server. Timed release. If anything happens to me, it goes public. But Marcus, if you're seeing this, it means they found the server. They stopped the upload. This is my backup. My insurance. Get this to the police. To the FBI. To anyone who will listen. Don't trust anyone in Morrison. The corruption goes too deep. I'm shaking. This is real. My father was eliminated because he found evidence of massive fraud. And now I have that evidence. Which means whoever ended him will come for me too. I need to get out of here. Get somewhere safe. Get this to authorities who aren't compromised. But it's 5 a.m. Where do I go? Who do I trust? I hear it then. A car. Coming up the gravel road to the lake house. Headlights cutting through the pre-dawn darkness. No one knows I'm here. No one should be coming. I kill the lights. Grab the envelope and USB drive. Move to the window. Watch as a black sedan parks in front of the house. 2 men get out. Suits. Professional. Not lake house visitors. One of them is Dr. Foster. My blood runs cold. How did he know I'd come here? How did he find me? Unless my father's phone. The one that rang. Maybe it wasn't his message at all. Maybe it was them. Luring me here. To the one place they knew I'd go. To the place where evidence was hidden. Because they couldn't find it. But they knew I could. I'm trapped. 2 men outside. 1 exit. And I have exactly what they're looking for. I do the only thing I can think of. I go out the back window. Into the woods behind the cabin. It's barely light. I'm stumbling over roots. Branches scratching my face. I can hear them inside now. Searching. Tearing the place apart. I need to get to my truck. But it's parked right in front. They'll see me. Unless I wait. Hide. Let them search. Let them think I'm not here. That I haven't been here yet. I crouch behind a tree. Watching. Waiting. Trying not to breathe too loud. Trying not to think about what they'll do if they find me. Dr. Foster comes out onto the porch. Phone to his ear. He's not here yet. But he will be. The message was delivered. He'll come. We just need to wait. So it was a trap. They sent the message, hoping I'd lead them to whatever evidence my father hid. And I walked right into it. But here's what they don't know. I found it first. I have it. And they have no idea. I wait until they go back inside. Then I move. Quietly. Carefully. Around the side of the house. Toward my truck. Keys in hand. Ready to run. I'm 10 feet away when I hear it. A gun being readied. The click unmistakable. The second man. The one who's been quiet. He's behind me. Gun pointed at my back. Saw me through the window. Came around to cut me off. Don't move. Hands where I can see them. Slowly turn around. I do. Face him. He's young. Maybe 35. Cold eyes. This isn't his first time pointing a gun at someone. Where is it? The evidence. Your father's files. Hand them over. I don't know what you're talking about. He doesn't buy it. Steps closer. Gun steady. Your father was a problem. He wouldn't let it go. Wouldn't take the money we offered. Wouldn't stay quiet. So we handled it. Made it look natural. Heart attack. Easy. Clean. No one questioned it. But he was smart. He had backup. And you're going to tell me where it is. He's gone. Whatever he had, it's gone with him. He smiles. Not friendly. We know about the lake house. We know he came here the week before. We know he hid something. And we know you just spent 2 hours inside searching. So either you found it, or you know where it is. Either way, you're going to help us. Dr. Foster comes out. Sees us. His face changes. Recognition. Then calculation. Marcus. I'm sorry it came to this. Your father was a good man. But he was going to destroy a lot of lives. Important lives. We couldn't let that happen. You ended him. For money. For survival. The hospital was going bankrupt. We did what we had to do. Created revenue streams. Off the books. It saved jobs. Saved the hospital. Your father didn't understand the bigger picture. You committed fraud. And when he found out, you ended him. He doesn't deny it. Just looks tired. Older than I remember. Where's the evidence, Marcus? The files. The recordings. Make this easy. Give them to us. Walk away. Live your life. We don't want to hurt you. But we will if we have to. I'm calculating. The envelope is inside my jacket. USB drive in my pocket. They haven't searched me yet. Assuming I'd lead them to it. Not carry it on me. I have maybe seconds before they figure it out. I make a choice. I run. Sprint toward the lake. Toward the dock. Toward the water. I hear shouting. Footsteps chasing me. I don't look back. Just run. Faster than I've run in years. The dock is old. Wooden planks half-rotted. I'm halfway down when I hear the shot. Loud. Sharp. The wood beside me splinters. They're shooting. Actually shooting at me. I reach the end of the dock. Nowhere to go but water. I dive. Cold shock. Deeper than I remember. I swim. Underwater. As far as my lungs will let me. Come up gasping. 30 feet from shore. They're on the dock. Searching. Can't see me in the pre-dawn light. The mist on the water. I go under again. Swim parallel to shore. Away from the house. Toward the neighbor's property. Half a mile away. My lungs are burning. Arms exhausted. Haven't swum like this in decades. But I keep going. Because stopping means ending. And I'm not ready for that. I make it to the neighbor's dock. Pull myself out. Soaking. Freezing. But alive. The envelope is ruined. Wet. Ink running. But the USB drive. Waterproof case. It might have survived. I stumble to the neighbor's house. Old Mr. Patterson. Must be 90 by now. Bang on his door. He opens. Sees me. Dripping. Terrified. Lets me in without questions. I need to call the police. And not local. FBI. Someone outside Morrison. Someone they don't have connections to. Mr. Patterson hands me his phone. Wraps a blanket around me. I dial. Reach the FBI field office 2 hours away. Tell them everything. The fraud. The ending. The chase. The evidence I have. They tell me to stay put. Agents are coming. Don't move. Don't talk to anyone. 2 hours later, 3 FBI agents arrive. I hand over the USB drive. Explain everything. They listen. Take notes. Believe me. Because the drive survived. The recordings. The documents. All there. All backed up. Dr. Foster and his accomplice are arrested by noon. Along with 6 others. Hospital administrators. Board members. The scheme unravels fast once someone pulls the right thread. They tell me my father had uploaded everything to a secure server. Timed release like he said. But they'd found it. Deleted it. Thought they'd won. Didn't know about the physical backup hidden in the lake house. The one thing they couldn't find without me. He'd planned for this. All of it. The message. The breadcrumbs. Leading me to the evidence they couldn't locate. Using me as the failsafe. The final piece. I'm angry. That he put me in danger. That he didn't trust me enough to tell me while he was alive. That he made me the target by hiding this evidence without warning me. But I'm also proud. He stood up. Fought back. Refused to let corruption win. And even in passing, he made sure the truth came out. That justice happened. That they didn't get away with ending him. The trial takes 8 months. I testify. Tell them everything. How I found the evidence. What they did to my father. What they tried to do to me. The jury convicts on all counts. Dr. Foster gets 25 years. The others get similar sentences. The hospital is gutted. New administration. Federal oversight. Reform. My father's name is cleared. Recognized. Local hero who exposed massive fraud. They name a park after him. Robert Mitchell Memorial Garden. He would have liked that. Loved gardens. I visit sometimes. Sit on the bench with his name. Think about that night at the lake house. How close I came to ending too. How one choice, one moment, one dive into cold water saved my life. I still have his phone. The one that rang. The number that shouldn't work. I keep it charged. Keep it with me. Just in case. Just in case there's more. More messages. More truths waiting to surface. So far, silence. But I'm ready. If it rings again. If another impossible message comes through. I'll answer. Because that's what he taught me. You don't run from truth. Even when it's dangerous. Even when it costs you everything. You stand. You fight. You make sure it matters. My name is Marcus Mitchell. I'm 53 years old. And my father's voice from beyond saved my life. Saved a lot of lives. Exposed corruption that would have continued for years. All because he had evidence in a place only I would think to look. All because he trusted me to be brave enough to find it. Smart enough to survive. Strong enough to finish what he started. I carry that with me. Every day. The weight of his sacrifice. The responsibility of his legacy. The knowledge that sometimes, the departed speak loudest in the silence they leave behind. If your loved one leaves you a message from impossible places, listen. It might save your life. It might save others. It might be the truth they died trying to tell. Answer the call. Follow the breadcrumbs. Finish what they started. Because some truths refuse to stay buried. Some voices refuse to be silenced. And some love transcends endings, reaching back to protect, to warn, to guide. My father's last gift wasn't the evidence. It was teaching me that courage isn't the absence of fear. It's diving into cold water when men with weapons are chasing you. It's trusting that what you carry matters more than your safety. He taught me that truth is worth fighting for. Even when it's terrifying. Even when it's dangerous. Even when it costs you everything. I survived that night at the lake. But a part of me passed too. The part that trusted easily. That believed people in positions of power had honor. That thought my father's passing was just sad coincidence. I know better now. I know corruption hides in plain sight. I know good people get silenced for standing up. I know that sometimes, the only way to expose darkness is to carry the light yourself, even when it makes you a target. Would I have preferred to stay ignorant? To keep believing my father had a peaceful, natural passing? To never know about the fraud, the conspiracy, the danger he faced? Some days, yes. Ignorance feels safer. Easier. Less burdensome. But most days, no. Because he trusted me with this. He knew I'd be strong enough. Brave enough. Stubborn enough to see it through. And I was. I am. His message didn't just expose corruption. It told me who I really am. Not the man who plays it safe. Not the one who looks the other way. But someone who, when given impossible truth, chooses to believe it. Chooses to act. Chooses to risk everything for what's right. That's the real recording he left me. Not the one on the phone. But the one written in my DNA. The one that says, when they try to bury truth, you dig it up. When they try to silence voices, you amplify them. When they think they've won, you prove them wrong. 3 years later, I work for a nonprofit that investigates medical fraud. I use my father's case as a teaching tool. What to look for. How to document. How to protect yourself. How to make sure evidence survives even if you don't. I've helped expose 4 other schemes since then. Saved Medicare millions. Protected patients. Honored my father's legacy. And sometimes, late at night, I still look at that phone. Still half expect it to ring. Still ready to answer whatever impossible message might come through. Because I learned something that night at the lake house. Ending isn't always the final word. Sometimes it's the beginning. The moment when truth finally has nothing left to lose. When the silenced finally speak. When love finds a way to protect from beyond. My father's recording saved me. Saved dozens of others. Changed everything. And if your loved one ever reaches out from impossible places, don't dismiss it. Don't rationalize it away. Don't assume you're imagining things. Listen. Believe. Act. Because sometimes, the most important messages come from those who are no longer here to deliver them safely. Who risk everything, even in absence, to warn us. Protect us. Guide us. Answer the call. Trust the message. Finish what they started. Because some love is stronger than silence. Some truth is louder than lies. And some courage echoes across the boundary between here and gone, refusing to let darkness win. That's what my father taught me. Not through words, but through action. Not by staying safe, but by standing up. Not by surviving, but by making sure his sacrifice mattered. I carry him with me. Every investigation. Every case. Every time I expose corruption someone tried to bury. He's there. Guiding me. Reminding me that truth is worth the risk. Always. No matter what.
If this story shocked you, smash that like button. Subscribe now for more jaw-dropping mysteries, and share this with everyone. They need to see this. What would you have done? Comment below. Thanks for watching. See you soon.